Anderson Cooper, AC 360, CNN weeknights 10 Eastern.
How could you be so good at something that you hated? I mean, when you hate something every day and day in and day out, most people, it affects the way they perform.
It does, and I could have been better. There's no question about it. But I didn't.
No,
really...
but I mean, you were a great tennis player. You were able to you know, you were far and above the vast majority of people playing tennis.
But I didn't really succeed until I did take that ownership. I won more Grand Slams after the age of 29 than I did before. And I think what I would say to the everyday person, the person that hates what it is they do, I mean, I think that's one of the things you take away from this book is, you know, your life might not be, you might find yourself in the life that you're in, but you can find reasons for why you connect to it and how you connect to it.
A lot of people are trapped in jobs that they hate.
Yeah.
But so your recommendation to people who are doing something they hate is what, and feel trapped in it?
To sum up what somebody's life experience is hard to do. You know, you can't give broad, you know, platitudes about how to handle your life. What I can do is share with you what I did with mine.
Do you watch tennis now?
I love watching tennis. I actually love it because I'm not attached to the dramas of it, you know, and I have this real appreciation for what it takes, and guys are just better now. You know, you sit there and watch athleticism and you watch what they're doing and you marvel at their journey. You see somebody young and you see so much journey ahead of them at the same time. You don't envy it, you know, you don't. I have no desire to relive it.
There was obviously a lot of attention to a very tiny portion, I think maybe it was a page or two in your book, about experimenting with crystal meth at one point in your life. When you see athletes now and all the accusations of doping, I mean, can you be a professional athlete now and not be using something?
Well, if you're talking, let's separate the categories here from.
Well, obviously, what you were doing was completely, you know,
yeah, there's
using
performance-enhancing drugs, and then there's just
right,
recreational drugs that destroy who you are.
Right, crystal meth is not something which obviously an athlete would use for performance.
As it relates to performance-enhancing drugs, I think every sport needs to step up and be accountable. In any industry in life, in any business in life, in any possible opportunity in life, you're going to have a lot of people trying to take shortcuts. You're going to have a lot of people cheating. You can't control what people do, but what you can control is your governing body. And one thing I've been very impressed with over the years, including when I tested positive for crystal meth, a recreational performance inhibitor, is the fact that our sport has pushed to be on the cutting edge of that.
You built yourself a life beyond just playing the game.
I built myself something that tennis facilitated. I built myself a school that started to educate children and give them choices in their own life. You know, I raised the awareness and the money necessary to educate these kids. I felt a lack of education in my own life. I was a 9th grade dropout. With education comes choices, comes options.
Your school is in Las Vegas. How many kids go to your school?
It's a K through 12 public charter school, and we have 653 kids in this year. We probably have a capacity of about
free tuition
7.
For them.
Free tuition for them. It's a free education for them. My goal was to give resources. My goal was to be accountable with those resources. My goal was to take that and give it to those children that society says you should write off, that don't have a chance. And we've had 2 graduating classes. I've been doing this for 12 or 13 years, and every single one of them are off to college, and I'm really proud of that. And through most of the last part of my career, that's one of the things that I was fighting for.
The book is fascinating. I'm reading it now. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.